In this video, we're going to take a look at Alabama against South Florida. Obviously, if you look at the final score, it's not indicative of how close a game this really was. South Florida came to play. Now, they did last year as well. So, I really expect South Florida to push for that Group of 5 playoff spot. Really good team. Alex Golsh right there. And I believe it's third year for South Florida, so getting a lot better. But obviously, Alabama had some ups and downs and struggled for most of the night offensively and really to contain the run game of South Florida. We're going to jump right in and see the good and the bad from the Crimson Tide in week 2. Very first thing we're going to take a look at is turnovers. Now, whenever you turn the ball over, obviously you're going to have issues. They're -3 in turnovers against South Florida. And of course, if you're playing a good team, and right here, South Florida, I think they're a pretty good team, you're going to struggle with those dudes. Right here, the turnover that they have right here in the third quarter, only up by 8. And right here, just running a little bit of power read, and it ends up being a give. DN squeezes, so they hand the ball, they get the edge. Right here, Jan Miller had a great night. But right here, you're getting contact. You know once you get contact, you're going to get a second guy flying in there from the outside, puts his helmet on the ball, and the thing just pops out. So right here, looks like a ton of other plays. You got to protect the football, get your shoulder pads down, turn that away from the extra defender, but instead it gets popped out. And of course, South Florida playing fast, get on it just before it goes out of bounds. Really good play there by South Florida, and just a play that's kind of indicative of the night. South Florida makes a play, puts the helmet on the football, pops it out, and then their guys are playing fast, playing hard, and they find a way to get on it before it gets out of bounds. Another turnover right here. This is in the fourth quarter, and of course, it hurts really bad when you're down here on the 2-yard line. Reminds me a lot of that Ole Miss game quite a ways back when they were -5 in turnovers and lost the game by maybe a score. But right here on this one, red zone goal line, they're just running, I think they're probably going to hand this thing right here, let them get it to the edge. If not, they're going to run it downhill. But quarterback center exchange issue right here under center. Just gets bobbled, and turnover right there, just a big scrum. I mean, you're only up by 1, and this is in the fourth quarter against South Florida. So right here, huge play for South Florida, getting on that football. These are things they've got to be able to clean up before they get to SEC play, or they're going to struggle a little bit to finish people off. So right here, should be going up 21-13, and instead, South Florida's ball right here with a little bit of momentum in the fourth quarter, only up by 1. Now we're going to take a look at how South Florida was able to run for 200 yards on Alabama, whether there's an issue there on the edge as far as tackling, if it was scheme, whatever it was. And we're going to dive right in. And right here on this one, just a little bit of mid-zone. So actually running outside zone here to the right. And all you got right here is you got a 6-man box. So 3, 2, those guys are in the box. Here's the quarterback read. They're going to be reaching here. And again, on the outside zone, all you're trying to do is trying to make these gaps and move them horizontally this direction. So defensive end. And, of course, you got a quarterback right here that hurt him all night. We'll see some runs from him as well. But outside zone, he has to sit for the quarterback. If he doesn't, there's nobody left. And with these wide splits, it really makes these guys declare what's going on. And right here, this C gap that he's supposed to fit late after he surfs right here, makes the quarterback hand it. It moved all the way from like right here all the way to the middle of the field. So right there, there's the cut through the C gap. Boom, vertical. He couldn't squeeze because that quarterback's got the chance to run it. And really good horizontal movement here by the O-line. As you see, moving gaps, puts his foot in the ground, hits it tight through that C gap. Big play right there, getting all the way down inside the 30-yard line on just an outside zone with pretty wide splits at 2x2. Really good play. And what I would say right here is this guy, he's got to squeeze. Got to be a little bit stronger at the point of attack because I'm pretty sure these guys are A-gap fillers the way that they're playing this. He's the B-gap, C-gap player. Just a really good job right there by the O-line with horizontal movement, getting body on body. Somebody's got to get off a block right there, especially on the backside. Some more clips that we're going to look at here, just some quarterback runs. And pretty similar look, they're going mid-zone over here to the right again, moving those gaps. But now you got a fullback. He's going to fake like he's blocking there, and he's going to work up for whoever's playing the quarterback. And right here on this one, here's your read. If he squeezes enough, we're going to get around the edge, pull the ball. And this quarterback's a heck of a player. I mean, he gets out here. DN does a great job. He squeezes, and then he gets back out on the pull by the quarterback. And you've got to get this guy on the ground, right? So right here, 34 does a great job. Go flatter. Go at his inside hip, try to get your hat across, and then get him down the ground. But right there, quarterback just runs through an arm tackle. No real reason to miss that tackle. You got to get your hat across. You're a good enough athlete. Get over there. So now you can get him on the ground. But instead, it runs through an arm tackle, and now he's on the safety. I mean, those are plays right there. This is on a 3rd and 8. Should be a stop right here for a negative play. But instead, a broken tackle. First down for South Florida. No look here, same play, going the other direction. And again, mid-zone over here. Here's your read. If he squeezes hard enough, we're going to get a pull. Fullback's wrapping around for the flat defender. This time, this defensive end gets upfield, but he squeezes enough. Quarterback feels good about it. So he pulls it, and they get around the end. Now they got a guy lead blocking there on the outside linebacker kick. and getting vertical. Easy job right there, getting about 10 yards, falling forward, big strong quarterback. But again, just not very physical there at the point of attack. I feel like we're good right here. We're getting tons of penetration. If they hand the ball, that's fine. So right here, backside, I say, hey, sit. Surf this thing, make them hand the football. So now we can fit it up. But right there, squeeze down, and then was almost shocked that the quarterback kept it. I mean, dude's been keeping this all night. And that's probably what you saw on film as well. But he looked absolutely bum-fuzzled as soon as he got a quarterback pull. Like he'd never seen it before. And it ended up being a pretty decent play there for South Florida. Here's a play right here. Alabama in a 6-man box right here in a 2x2 set. And they're popping one linebacker. And they're just running a draw here. So really, 6-on-6 in the box. You got the quarterback running. But still, we got an arm on a guy instead of our body. We're not just giving great effort. Right there, I'd say you got to fight, and I think that he should have a little bit better effort right there, get him on the ground, and everybody else is getting mauled. So right there, just not very physical with these that fly in there. Well, he's just catching. Like right here, 13 flies in here. Just look at where he's at here. He never rolls his hips. He never lowers his shoulders. That quarterback puts his helmet right in his face mask. You got to bring a little bit more right there to the party and trying to bring a little bit more force to lift him or move him backwards, but instead he just gets walked back for another 2 yards. Here's another look at a quarterback pull, and on this one, really bad play here by the Mike linebacker. So running mid zone, that's fine if you want to get a pull. He's squeezing. He's gonna sift over the top right here, but instead of playing right here, he's the inside gap, he's the outside gap, and now you're good. You got 2-on-1. He just keeps shuffling out wide. Now he gets kicked. Now there are two guys in the same gap. So this is just not a very good job here by both linebackers communicating, knowing what's going on. I guess it's probably safety. But still, if you know that you got a safety roll down and we're squeezing and scraping, I'm going to be inside of this block, let him kick that guy, and I'm just going to be sitting here waiting for the quarterback. But instead, he widens for no reason. Instead of being aggressive, he should be downhill right into that alley, sitting in the quarterback's face. Now he's outside to contain. Just really bad job there by 11. Fitting it the way that he should. Turns to a first down right there inside the red zone. Get down to about the 8-yard line. So that's something right there. Linebackers got to be better with the squeeze and scrape. Here's another one. Catch him off guard right here. Running mid zone. Fine. I'm fine with them getting the pull. That's not even a big deal. Like, make him pull the ball. That's cool. We'll tackle the quarterback. We'll get into his legs. Whatever we want to do. But right here, number 0. I mean, look at what he does right here. He takes about 3 steps pretty aggressively. He crosses over. Then when he makes a cutback, he has no chance. And he runs through an arm tackle. I mean, this is so bad as far as what he's doing. What the hell are we doing crossing over right here? I mean, this guy, he's a good athlete, but he ain't an elite dude that's just going to outrun you. I mean, that's just really bad fundamentals right there. You got to stay a little bit more square, step with your outside foot. And instead, he just gets ran by. And again, this is red zone goal line. This is where it's a scoring zone, and this guy thinks he's going to outrun him. I mean, what are we doing? Like, you're crossing over. I mean, that's just very poor play here. I guess this is a safety, number 0 coming down. I mean, it's one of those things they got to shore up right there as far as the fundamentals of attacking a quarterback and not just stepping with your inside foot and get your shoulders turned right there on that would be the issue. All right, here's short yardage goal line here on the 3-yard line. First and goal. And they're just running, duo, something like that. Just wedging here. Not real sure. They're just getting downhill. But what I'd say here is I don't know what in the world this linebacker's doing, why he fits over here. I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Slow down. The defensive line is doing a good job. They're actually holding their own here up front. Slow down. But instead, he just kind of hops into nothing, and that guy just pins him. He should probably slow down and just fit this up wherever this gap opens up, which is what the running back does. And now he's just sitting probably right here. Now he can get into that gap, hold it, mirror the running back right here on this one. But instead, he just jumps out of the way for no reason. And the running back gets to the end zone, falls forward. Touchdown there for South Florida. Now we got South Florida right here just running tackle power. So they're going to double there to the middle stack. Right here, Alabama playing 3-3 stack. Never would have thought I'd seen it. Right there, we're basing right there, pulling for the front side. And right here turns to a gash. I mean, they just manhandle, take care of everybody. He's going to pull right there to kick. He's trying to fill in late. Great job here with his strong outside arm. Now, he's probably is a C-gap player, which is fine. He's holding that C-gap, but still, that dude's getting some movement. He's getting some torque. I'd rather fight against that pressure. And right there, a kick. I mean, this dude stuns him, though. I mean, look at this linebacker taking on this block. Boom, he stuns this massive tackle and puts him on his butt. So right there, boom, great job taking on a block. I mean, we're cool. Somebody's got to scrape over the top right there and make a play, but instead everybody's taken care of. turns to a pretty explosive play here. This is in the fourth quarter as well. I mean, it's only a one-score game, 8 points. And right here, just running power at a 2x2 set out of doubles, and they gash him. I mean, this is a big play right there. You can say a 3-3 stack on a 1st and 10. Here's a good look of just a bash read. So you get your back going across here, running GT. He's leading out here for the hand. And right here, just kind of a weird fit. Now, I think this defensive end, he's just trying to make a play, but you have a guy right here in this call who's going to be the B-gap player. This defensive end got to be a C-gap player. And right here, it gets all jumbled up. And for whatever reason, he just decides he's going to roll his own. He's going to go try to make a play on the GT because he sees those pullers. And instead, they just hand it right here to the back out wide. So again, these guys just kind of roll their own instead of playing their gap and playing sound. This allows this to be, you got outside linebacker getting taken care of with the fullback tight end. He kicks him. He should have 22 right there, defensive end playing outside in. And right there, just turns to a big play again. This is fourth quarter. It's a one-score game. And South Florida just created an explosive play on 1st and 10, get inside the 10-yard line. So that's a real issue right there on this one. I mean, if he's the defensive end, that's who they're reading. He should stay wide, especially if you got these guys playing this gap. He's the C-gap player. Make them run the GT here with the quarterback and let all the rest of your guys make a play. If not, you got to stay wide. If they hand it, now we'll track that thing down. But instead, rolls his zone, bounces to the inside gap, and South Florida, big play here in the fourth quarter. Obviously, we look at some negatives from both sides of the ball. Obviously, the offense turned the ball over, -2, and also the defense wasn't able to get it out, and they couldn't stop him from running the football. So was able to control the ball, control the clock for quite a bit of the game. So right here, we're going to take a look at some of the good stuff. I mean, there was some good and there was some bad. And right here, we're going to look at the run game to begin with. Right here on the goal line, it's cover 0, 2x2 set. It's on 3rd and 4. And South Florida is actually bringing 7 guys. So you got 6 up here, and then you got the 7th guy that's going to blitz. Wherever this back goes, I'm sure some DN's going to peel with him. Right here, this guy's going to be unblocked. He's the safety. And to me, it looks like, I don't think they're really running a draw here because they're not being very aggressive up front. But right here, if you're sliding this tackle's got to be right here. Leave this back right here on this widest guy. You're going to take care of these 6. That guy's going to be unblocked. We're going to be hot right there. But instead, all right, Milrow takes it. And this tackle is late to get down. That was an issue all night. Their tackles really struggle with some stuff. But right here, that tackle's late to get down instead of just setting right to it and letting him kick. And now 22 has to get a piece of him as well because he's edging this left tackle. So right here, running back kicks him, and they get really lucky. This guy didn't squeeze tight enough. And Jalen Miller runs through an arm tackle. Basically, 2 unblocked guys. You've got a defensive end, and you've got a safety running in here as well. And boom, they just run into each other. So great play here by Milrow. He makes it happen. Not just great execution there up front, other than these interior guys do a great job getting a body on a body. But right there, Milrow, he feels it. I don't think this is a draw, but right here he just gets vertical, runs through an arm tackle, and nobody left. Once you get that through that first line, especially right there going cover 0, bringing 7, and Milrow creases it right there. Big touchdown there early. I mean, this is 5 minutes left before the half to finally go up 14-6. A little bit of distance from South Florida right before the half. One of their favorite runs all night was pin and pull. And this was a really big play. I mean, they're up 28-16, 2:48-3 left. I mean, if you get a couple first downs, this game's over. But instead, they decided, hey, we're just going to run pin and pull. We're going to score. So you're down blocking. He's going to reach right here on this defensive end or outside linebacker. You're going to pull this guard to kick probably the corner. And they end up pulling this center as well. So center and guard get around. He's got to try to reach this A-gap player. He's going to reach that inside gap. Going outside zone. There's your read for the quarterback to possibly pull the football. Right there, easy give. Great job here by the fullback just fighting. Man, if he wants to get outside gap, now we can torque him into that gap. We're going to go right there through that D gap. Pullers do a good job getting outside, being aggressive here. This is the safety that's rolling in over the top. He's the unblocked guy, which is fine. Running back's got to make him miss. He bounces this thing outside. That front side guard got all the way around right here. So great job circling the defense. Good cut there by the running back. And Jam Miller had a heck of a night. He ended up going for about 1, making the corner just absolutely eat grass, man. I mean, he just sits there and he just puts his face right into the ground. Great finish there by Jam Miller. Great job getting into the end zone right here on this one on the pin and pull. Not much game clock came off right there, but right here you're going to run the same thing. I mean, pin and pull, a little bit different look here from the defense. He's going to work straight to that backer. He's going to down block there. He's down, pulling the guard. This time they're not going to get anybody else around because right here, instead of being a shade to the backside, he's a straight up nose, so he's going to reach. They're going to reach there, trying to get up here. He's inside gap there as well. So again, pin and pull going right, just a little bit different look. Only pulled the front side guard. He's getting out there. He's going to kick whoever shows up. And again, safety. He's the guy that we got to make miss. And that's what Jam Miller does. Everybody else is getting a body on a body, 6 foot in the ground, gets in behind that wash again, getting vertical. Smokes his own lineman right here. 72, backside tackle, boom. And he just goes and does a somersault, whatever, man. But anyway, that dude's got a little bit of power to make his tackle do a somersault. Now he's rolling. See if we can get to the end zone right here. Great job just running and blocking in space. You see the effort right there. This is late in the game. Those guys are getting pretty good effort. Great job finishing in the zone now. It's a game you thought it was a blowout, but instead, hey, man, that was a heck of a football game. Great job finishing here on Pin and Pull. This is a really good look right here of just a little bit of ingenuity and what we're going to do with Jalen Milroe as we go. So we got a bunch. We motion the guy out here, so we got an overload set, and we're running pin and pull here. So we got down block, down block. You actually got one working out. He ends up kicking that guy. Now you got a guard leading in up there onto the safety. And Milroe, I mean, the speed that he's got, he just keeps bouncing this thing all the way outside. So really good run. Just shows his athleticism. Body on a body. But there are a couple unblocked guys. Like here's a safety that's unblocked. It doesn't matter. Dude just keeps bouncing. I mean, it's just one of those things. He's so fast. But just keeps putting his foot in the ground and going outside. I don't even think that guy touches him. But really, really athletic play there by Milroe. But again, overload set. You got quads over here to the right with a bunch. And they're able to just run the quarterback sweep to the right. It's like old school Little League football. Overload one side and let your fast guy run, and that's what they do right here. End up getting into the end zone on pin and pull. Here we go, running inside zone. You got this guy going to the flats here, so it really turns into a triple option. Here's your read. If he squeezes, obviously this guy's a heck of an athlete. He's got a lot better chances to pull the ball than most people. But right here he's surfing, he squeezes. Hey, this can be a pull all day for Milroe. We're going to outrun that guy. Now it's a double option. He's got to run with his fullback, and whenever he runs, now he probably tells him to go. He turns and he blocks because he had ran with him. Turns to an explosive play. Great pull. Inside zone. Triple option to the back side right here. Gets a pull. Now there's your second option. Quarterback decides, hey, let's go ahead and lead it for me. And I'm going to create a big play here. Fourth quarter. Holding the football. Only up by one. Getting one of your better players on the edge. We saw some good runs. Now we're looking at some good passes here from the offense. And right here on this one, just the 4 verticals look. So they motion the guy in. And he's running to his far hash. He's running the seam. He's running vertical right here. And they run him across. So they really like doing this when they run their 4 verts. And right here from the defense, really good anticipation and feel for what they're doing right here. Milroe sees this safety get off the hash. That safety's rolling that way. And right there's a ton of space right here on the seam. So Milroe goes to it pretty quick. You can probably throw this even faster than this and just put it on him. I mean, the way that safety played so far off, boom, give it to him now. He's wide open. But right there, a little bit late with it, but still accurate ball. Here's the safety's hand. I mean, he's way out there. He tried to get over the top of number 1. Probably could get this thing out right now. I mean, I would get my feet set and get it out quicker. But great recognition, seeing that coverage. Easy throwing catch. Would love to keep him up so he can make some yards for you after the catch. But right there, you can't be mad with 20 yards. Right here, it looks like a delayed sprint out right here on this one. Eyes start here. Looks like a vertical. If he likes it, he can take it. If not, they're going to work a delayed sprint out here to the left. Looks like they're probably running some sort of a flood, maybe a go there. In the back, he comes across. Now he's going to the flat. So there's your 3 receivers there on that flood. Delayed sprint out, and you got that fullback right here in that bunch that ends up help seal the edge for that sprint out. Everybody else is sliding to the right. So right there, delayed sprint. Again, one of the better athletes out of the pocket, and right here just rips the ball down the field. There's your intermediate. There's your out. Here's your back there in the flats. And right here, you just say, hey, I'm going to take a shot. We're one-on-one, see what happens. And they throw it out there, and this guy made some plays. And this is a really good play. Just a jump ball. Hey, we got to fight through this one-on-one. Probably going to get a call right there. But instead of getting a call and just getting 15 yards, let's go ahead and get 50 and come down with it. So, again, hey, just trust your guy. Throwing it up. Hey, it's one-on-one. Defender's back's turned. We may get a call. If not, hey, fight back for the ball. Hopefully we can catch it, create a big play. And they get both right there. So, great concentration there. It's Kobe Prentice. Makes a play. An explosive play right there just on one-on-one. Another look here. Again, it's Kobe Prentice. He keeps coming up with stuff. And big play, so right there it works out. He ends up running a wheel. It's just a boot, probably a post, and we got a wheel. Play action that way. He's going to the flats. And right here on this one, quarterback, again, faking like we're going mid-outside zone there, trying to get the linebackers to step in. You got a crossing route here as well. And quarterback gets out of the pocket. D-end ends up getting into his face. And just this is a real weird-looking throw here from Milroe. Really nothing on it. Just all upper body. And, I mean, not much core on it either. This is all arm, 100% arm. And right here, pretty impressive throw to be 100% arm. I mean, he gets it out there. This is probably, I don't know, a 30-yard plus throw. Now, of course, it does die on him, but that's the wheel into that open void. Outside linebacker, you come down on that flat. Now there's a lot of space right there. A pretty impressive throw right there with absolutely no core. Rips it to him, gets there before that safety. That safety's playing way off, way over the top. Big completion there again. Kobe Prentice coming down with a big play. Now this is one that is really impressive basically because of Ryan Williams. I mean, you got a bunch over here. Corner's playing at 9, so great anticipation here. Hey, just throw a hitch out here. No reason to beat our head against the wall. They're giving us free yards out here. Let's go ahead and take it. Throw a hitch. Steps back. Rips it to him. I mean, and this guy, one-on-one with the corner, makes him miss. I know he's still supposed to be a senior in high school. And, again, you know that their DBs in Alabama, they're thanking God that they don't have to tackle this guy on a Friday night. Go to an algebra class during the day and then tackle on the field. I thought this was a really interesting play, and you're basically getting like a bang 8 or a glance. You're getting a flat route, and then you're getting a chip, and then he's delaying right there. Over here, not sure what they're doing. Maybe a slot fade, something, maybe a one-high beater. But right here, if you like the bang 8, you got him go to the flats. Cool, let's go ahead and throw that thing. That's what they have right here. I think if he drops to it and pushes, then he's going to throw this delay there underneath. So this is just a really good design. This is on a 1st and 17. They kept getting penalties, and this almost seems like every single play is like a 1st and 17 or 2nd and really long. But right here, I mean, that glance is there. It's a one-high look. Give it to him. Not just the most accurate ball, because right here it's behind, allows this corner to make a play. If you can put this thing on his body, you'd have a chance to continue to run. But instead, the corner comes over and makes a play, and it's only about a 20-yard game. Here's a play right here where they end up getting a sack. He times up the snap. Right here, we got to change up our tempo here a little bit for Milroe. Fake the clap a couple times so we can see what's going on. But that is the running back's guy, so he's got to step up, be aggressive, try to run him by the quarterback, and he does. I mean, this is a heck of a job here by this running back. Steps up, gets his shoulder pads down, puts his face mask in there, rolls his hips, and sets that guy down who's got some momentum. So really good play here by the running back. Milroe's got to stand in there. It's one of those things, hey, he just freaks out when he sees that guy blitzing. He doesn't trust his guys. If he stays in the pocket, he's got a chance to make something happen. But instead, he just backs up and freaks out. So right there, he sees that, and he just starts running to the right for no reason. Leaves his tackle, who obviously this is not great anyway, but leaves him on an island right there because he doesn't know where the quarterback's going to be, and they end up getting a sack right there on just a blitz that was picked up there by the running back. Tough play right there for that right tackle as well. Last play right here, and this is just mesh. I mean, the same thing that tons of teams are running. You got a tight end here to the backside. You got a triangle or a bunch over here. Getting him out. That's our very first read. He goes with it. Cool. Now we got to find this mesh coming across. Don't really like it. These guys are zoning this off, which is cool. Great job here by Milroe working the pocket. I mean, I think he probably gets too much depth and just kind of drifts. As you see, he started here, and he's drifting over here to his right. Probably want to stay straight back. Right tackle's getting condensed. It was just not great either. Now he's stepping up. All right, so he saw the wheel. Don't like it. Now we're looking right here for him coming across. Don't like it. They zoned it off. Now I'm going to move around the pocket, get vertical. The next thing we're looking for is this pyramid. So right here in the middle of the field, Kobe Prentice, great job stepping up. And let's give it to him. I mean, he's open. Throws it to him. Puts it on his outside shoulder. Allows him to drop step, get vertical. Runs through an arm tackle and get into the end zone. So great play there by the receiver. But you can see the read that we have in just a little bit of pocket. He said there's some good and there's some bad from Alabama against South Florida. You've always got to shore some things up. Got to be plus in the turnover margin whenever you're playing good teams. I know that doesn't always work to your favor, but right there didn't look great. Turned it over in the red zone as well. Got to be able to stop the run. I don't know if the 3-3 stack is going to be the thing that gets them over the hump. I'd say that defense, the way they fit those runs, wasn't quite what I would hope that they would have as far as that defensive front. But then they're also growing offensively. You can see the growth of Jalen Milroe. They're trying to do things that he's good at as well. Some quarterback runs, and also got to be able to run the ball consistently, which of course they had a couple big runs late, but other than that, they really didn't have just a ton of consistency in the run game. So got to continue to grow offensively. Definitely not a finished product. It's the same thing we were thinking about last year at this time, and they did nothing but get better. I think they're going to continue to get better throughout this season. Of course, going to Wisconsin this week is going to be a real test. It's going to be fun to see how they do going on the road right here with Kalen DeBoer. But I look for them to have a pretty good week all the way around and look a lot sharper when they go on the road against Wisconsin. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure that you're subscribed so you can see everything we have this college football season. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.